This is the First Alert Forecast with Steve Devine.
Welcome back. First, the live tower cam up in Plainview, Covenant Tower Cam, if you will. You can see the overcast skies, but notice the low cloud cover, tropical-looking sky here on our live tower cam here in Lubbock. Sky looks almost identical at this point, looking at some darker clouds out to the west right there, and that's where we have a little bit of rain. As we look in on Doppler right now, picking up some of the spotty showers, again, very isolated in nature at this point. Here's a look at this overall over the last 3 hours with the cloud cover and the showers. You see the showers have just recently developed, tracking to the north right now, while this area of rain is tracking pretty much to the northeast. Now notice that moisture stream. Pointed this out earlier, coming up from what's left of Dolly, moisture off the Gulf, from Hurricane Norbert, moisture coming in off of the Pacific. So this is a water vapor imagery, and we're looking at a very moist air mass right around the hurricane, and that moisture flowing up into New Mexico, sections of West Texas. There's also a cold front on the way. So the best chance of rain is going to be where these collide later on today, and the potential will exist for some locally heavy rainfall with some of this activity from near Lubbock through southeastern New Mexico all the way out to the El Paso area. And again, we have that threat of flooding in the region all the way pretty much through the weekend. Again, we're just looking at the potential for the heaviest rain. This does not mean that it won't rain out to the southeast. Right now it's dry there. Here's a look at that Doppler one more time in motion. Now the raincast, the potential for that rain. We'll pick this up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Doing pretty good, picking up on the rain that we're already seeing in the area. Notice this afternoon, though, the deepening of the colors. The dark green to the yellow, typically moderate rain, and then when we see those oranges and those reds, that is heavy rain, and we are certainly expecting some heavy rain in the viewing area. Again, not everyone will see this heavy rain, but certainly we're looking at widespread rain over the time period from now through Sunday. And again, it'll be off and on, not continuous at any one spot, but you can see here throughout the entire time period we have some rain showing up in the viewing area the entire time. But again, doesn't mean rain at any one location for the entire time. Keep in mind that we may see some issues as far as flooding goes. We are looking at the possibility of some locally heavy rainfall. So let's take a look at potentially how much could we see. We're going to look at 4 models very quickly. You have to look very closely because we don't have much time to look at them, but notice the heavy rain showing up here. Lubbock at 2.7 inches on that particular forecast. On this forecast, Lubbock is coming in at just over an inch, but we're still looking at those amounts of 2 to 3, potentially even 4 inches. Another one, and again, these are all separate models, take the same data, but they work just a little bit different. But you can see they're all pointing to the same thing. Some locally heavy rainfall, lesser amounts out to the east, but it looks good for everyone to pick up some rain as we go through the next 72 hours here. Temperature change, quite a change in temperatures compared to yesterday. Behind the cold front, it's 25 to as much as 35 degrees cooler where you see the shading that is showing up right here. Now you can see that. Kansas, southeastern Colorado, 37 degrees cooler than at the same time yesterday. It's 51 there in Springfield. Ahead of the front, we have temperatures in the 80s and 90s. So our eastern viewing area in the 80s right now, western viewing area in the 70s. Forecast highs coming up. We are looking at high temperatures that will be topping out again generally in the 80s today. 74 degrees for that high tomorrow. Best chance of rain is this evening, overnight, tomorrow morning. And as we check in on the Red Raider game day forecast, we are looking at a really high potential for locally heavy rainfall in the El Paso area, including lightning during the time of the game and before, during tailgating too. See, the temperatures will be pretty cool with the cloud cover. So it does look like rain will be, one of the players in the game coming up this weekend anyway, Sharon. We'll keep you posted on additional advisories, watches, warnings that may be issued here.
All right. Such a late game, too. We may be watching into Sunday morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.